this day and age, we don't want to be honest. We want it to be easy. We don't want... The hardest thing in the world is to look yourself in the mirror and be honest.
Sometimes you have an identity, and when you're only that identity, you're going to struggle.
When I've got to the mental state I'm at now, of feeling grateful for everything, better things come to me.
Imagine it was like this every day, nobody in.
I know, Jesus Christ. It's a great gym, this, to be fair, though.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
It's got everything you need. Grab us a mat, please, lad.
yeah, no worries. So was it 18 you signed for City, or was that like your first professional contract?
So I was at City from the age of 11.
Right, okay.
And then I left when I was 20. Left when I was 20. 20 I left, and I signed for West Brom.
What's that like from like a school point of view? Because I used to look at like people who in academies. Obviously, I wanted to be a footballer.
Yeah.
And I used to see people blazing tracksuits, and I'd be like, I'd be so envious. I'm like, I'd give anything to be there.
Yeah. It's very different now because obviously my nephew's at City now. Right. My brother's son, and he's under 14s. He's a good player. He's got a lot of prospect. He plays for England as well. But when I look at how they are now when he's in the academy compared to us, it's completely different because City was a different club then. They didn't have the money then. It was more like a family-orientated club. We used to have a very family feel around it.
Yeah.
It was it was good, man. It was good. But at the time, we used to always have a really, really good academy. So we've still got a good academy now, City. But at the time, City's academy we used to bring out. There's so many players come through, like so many. Like my age group, it was loads. There was just loads.
Was you in with Micah Richards?
So my age group would have been, there was loads. So let me start. It was me, Micah Richards, Danny Sturridge, Kasper Schmeichel, Joe Hart, Stevie Ireland, Michael Johnson.
I mean, that's a lot of names.
Nadim Anua.
Yeah.
That's flipping.
My sister lived with his sister. How weird's that?
Yeah, it's mad.
There's some mad
what,
things.
Uni?
No, literally, when they were working, I think they worked in a similar place.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. But I knew all these names, yourself included, from a young age.
Yeah.
Because again, I was always around Clates who would be talking about you all, and like Sturridge was meant to be the next best thing.
Yeah, Sturridge is brilliant player.
Yeah, and he did unbelievable, didn't he? To be fair. But yeah, mad.
What's Clates doing now?
So I think they're in the playoff final with Bradford. So he went on loan.
Yeah, of course.
He went on loan to Bradford.
Yeah.
So they're smashing
brilliant,
it. Yeah, doing well. Was that Doncaster before that?
Yeah. Bradford's a big club. Got a massive fan base.
Oh yeah, huge. Yeah.
Huge fan base. Yeah.
So when you went to West Brom, I was looking at some of your goals yesterday, bro.
Yeah.
So obviously your first one when you came on, right? You came on for Kevin Phillips.
Yes.
I'm trying to make sure I don't distort the goals.
Yeah.
But didn't you get put through and you used absolute pace to
beast with someone. My
God.
Yeah.
You had about 20 yards behind him, 10 yards in front of him by the end.
That was always I'm still quick, but that was one of my favourite, one of my biggest attributes. I was always really fast. Obviously powerful, really quick. And then when I had a knee injury, the knee injury was out for 2 years. Did my
cruciate, wasn't it? Yeah.
Did my cruciate ligament. But as I've done my cruciate ligament now, it's basically, so there's a few ways you can get your cruciate ligament repaired. Mm-hmm. So you can get it repaired from either your hamstring, your patella, and then they chip a bit of the patella and do your cruciate with that, or at the time anyway, I don't know if they still do that, they did it from a dead man's.
Oh shit, really?
From a dead man. So because at the time, first time I've gone, okay, I would rather take it from someone else so you don't have to disrupt my body.
Yeah.
So that's what I did the first time, and I was out for 8 months at the time.
I thought it looked like a quick return when I saw it.
It was quite 8 months at a time, and then I've come back and I felt great, felt super powerful. In pre-season, took a shot. My knee didn't feel too great. I was like, don't know what's going on here. So we went back to the surgeon, and he told me he thought I did meniscus.
Yeah,
Thought I had a meniscus tear.
Right.
So at the time, he thought I'd had a meniscus tear, and then he's gone, but I don't know the cruciate. I can't tell what's going on until I go into your knee. So obviously at this time, I'm thinking it's just a meniscus tear, which meniscus tear, you're back in about 4 weeks, 5 weeks, you can be back. So we've had he's gone into my knee to repair the meniscus, and as he's gone into the knee, he's realised the cruciate hasn't taken. Obviously, because it's someone else's body, it's not my body's rejected it. So I woke up, obviously, after my surgery. This was a dark day, to be fair. It was one of my darkest days of my life, to be fair. And then I realised I was out for another 9 months, and it just, my head went, like, because in total, I was out for 18 months. And I was only a 21-year-old lad, 21, 22 at the time would have been, but I was on top of my powers.
I was going to say, you were flying, weren't you?
Absolutely flying, yeah.
You'd scored in a Prem by then, hadn't you?
Yeah, I think I'd scored 3 and 3 I think in total it was like 3 and 7, but I'd scored in the last 3 games in the Prem.
Yeah.
So obviously when you're young, you'll know as yourself, when knowing footballers and that, especially as a striker, when you get into that position where you feel confident, you're hot.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're still young, so when your confidence is high, when you're young, little setbacks can really affect you. They wouldn't affect me as much now, because obviously I'm more mature, but I mean at the time, yeah. And then that just set me back. I went through, to be fair, 18 months. I feel like I was out for 18 months, but it probably took me about 4 or 5 years to really recover from that mentally. But I was gone. I was like, why would it happen to me? X, Y, and Z. Because you're young, you're naive, you think. And so basically, that was that time.
Not only that though, but you've put everything of your life into making that dream happen.
Yeah, exactly.
That's heavy, that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was a tough time, I'd say. And there, I feel like the things with being in sport or being as a footballer that people don't talk about. That's obviously it's all the glitz and the glam with the money and obviously all the fame and the attention you get, and you've got a great life. You can provide for your family. You get generational wealth, especially nowadays. Yeah. But there's a lot of times where it's tough. It's very tough. It is tough.
This is the sort of thing that I like going into as well, because I have sort of witnessed it, with my mate.
Yeah, of course.
But at the same time, it's like it doesn't fucking matter what you do if you're not healthy or you're not performing at your best or you're not in a mental headspace. Like money, cars, fucking houses don't mean shit, does it?
Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't. But that comes with age. That comes with wisdom.
Yeah, it does for sure.
Like you have to go through tough times. Well, I did myself. I had to go through tough times for me to get to the mental state I'm at now, the conscious level I'm at now, which I'm very happy about, and I feel very grateful for. Because not a lot of people, I don't think, at my age, with some of the stuff I've been through, would be where I am mentally.
So what do you put that down to?
I think I live by the word, it's a Japanese word, I live by the word called kaizen, which means eternal growth, just constant growth, always wanting to learn, always wanting to be a better version of yourself.
If I'm not wrong, you started a clothing label like that,
I've got a clothing label, called Violent Rose, I started that with my best mate years ago, But so that's why I just think I always want to be a better version of myself, and every day, if that's 0.1% or that's 1% or 10%, I think as humans, that's the way we should aim to live our life. So
what do you do? So obviously, like, to some people, I think everyone would look at that and think, yeah, you know what, I can really resonate with that. Yeah. But I always say knowledge without application is pointless. It's,
Yeah, I agree.
So how do you like get to the point where you live by those values? and what shaped it?
Yeah, I think it was looking yourself in the mirror and being honest, you know? Because I think we as in this day and age, we don't want to be honest. We want it to be easy. We don't want the hardest thing in the world is to look yourself in the mirror and be honest at the good things you do and the bad things you do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, like for instance, because the scariest thing is to tell yourself things you're not good at, or things that are hard, or because you can't escape your own mind. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course you can't. Yeah.
So that's why, for me personally, it was more. And I used to be the biggest. I think I was really bad for that. I would always run away from the tough part or the honest part that would tell me the truth, but would also make me a better person or a better player or football or whatever. But when I was young, I didn't used to do that. I would always run away from it. But now I'm acceptance of that. I'm very content with who I am as a person now. I'm not chasing anything, which has made me happier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That. Which makes me be able to come in here, train. And training's so important. It's just doing something that you like, you know. It's so important that it just makes you get through your days, and that's for me personally, yeah.
So it's like having something there as like an escape or a coping mechanism or something you can channel that energy into.
Yeah.
I think that's important, especially going through what you've been through, because one of the things I wanted to go through with you is, you know, what is it like when you've got the world at your feet? So what, millions and millions of boys and men want to be footballers.
Yeah.
You achieve that, you know, and then all of a sudden it's like, that stops, doesn't it? It's like the door, bang, closed.
Yeah.
And then what happens, before we go into that, like on what you said there, I think we live in a world now where it's so easy to avoid actually being face to face with yourself. Because if you think about it, if you want to look good, you don't have to earn it.
Yeah.
Edit your photographs, put a fucking filter on it and send it out there, and then wait for that instant gratification of everyone.
Yeah.
So now it's like, it's easier than ever to escape, but what you said, mate, nailed. You can't escape your own mind. And I think this is why people are struggling with mental health, mate.
I agree.
Because they're living for everybody else, not themselves.
Yeah, 100%. Especially in men. It's everyone but men. Well, this is like, for instance, you see me training here, so Saturdays, we come in here, we call it therapy Saturdays, so the times when you see me sprinting on the treadmill is when we're all sitting there as a sprint, so we'll do a crazy hard cardio session, finish off with some explosive stuff on the ski RG or on the bike or something. Yeah. Then we'll all go for breakfast. Yeah. All together, and we'll all sit down and we'll talk, and we'll have mental health check-ins. So like, how's your day? How's your week been? Where's your mental state at this week on a scale of 1 to 10?
So important.
Just being, but as men doing it, because we don't do that really as men, as a collective. You know, we kind of shy away from how we feel, how we just want to. We don't want to go deeper. We just want to be on a surface
level. Well, as
level.
men, it's like just crack on.
Exactly, and there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
There is a lot of pressure for guys, especially to be able to provide for the family and do all these things. And so sometimes you need to be able to have that release. And do you know what I mean? If you can talk to your boys or talk to you, sometimes it's difficult to talk to your partner because about certain stuff. I've got some guys, mates, that they would rather talk to someone they don't know in a deep manner than talk to the wife or talk to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's a bad thing or a good thing.
But it's a level of strength you feel you've got to show, right?
Exactly. 100%.
And if you show vulnerability, but I think I found, especially I communicate with my wife a lot, man, and it's like,
that's good.
Yeah, it really is, bro.
Amazing.
And sometimes it's allowing them to, allowing that empowers them when you give
100%.
them. And 100%. I think there's a level of vulnerability you don't want to show because you don't want to come across weak because you are the protector. But at the same time, on my darkest days, like which I've had, it's been a huge difference. But again, I think what you're saying, like recently there was the longest study ever conducted in history, where they followed like 7. I think I'm going to distort the numbers, but basically a lot of people throughout their entire life, and they showed that loneliness is one of the biggest killers. Yeah. So men can live up to 12 years longer, and it's literally just having someone there that you can, confide in, and loves you and supports you and is there for you. And a lot of time that's a partner, but it can be a friend. Yeah, a really good friend. So I think things like that are massively important.
Hugely important. But I think maybe people like yourself and me, I'm not afraid. I've never have been afraid to show vulnerability. Vulnerability, I think, strength. When you show vulnerability, it's a lot of strength to be able to do that. It's easy to be able to act like you're tough and you don't got no problems and X, Y, and Z. It's very strong. It's very strong to be able to tell somebody, you know what, I'm feeling this type of way or in a negative light, because it's telling you. And that, I think, empowers me anyway. Makes me stronger.
Do you know what it is? I think it's because you're living by your values. And one of the things, if you see guys who won't open up, you're feeling what I'm feeling. The difference between me and you is I'm letting it out.
Yep.
Problem share, problem halve.
Yep.
And it's like, you're gonna fucking feel it, so you might as well communicate it anyway.
Yep. Yeah.
So in your position, so like for example, when you finished football,
yeah,
what was that like?
That was a tough time. It was a tough time, but because I've never been someone who has only ever, well, mentally in my mind, I've never been someone that I've always looked at myself as only a footballer. I've always thought I'm Ishmael Miller, who plays football, but I wasn't just a footballer. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was still very tough because it's that purpose in life. You feel like, well, what's my purpose in life now? Because that was my life for the age of 11 till 34, 35. What's my next thing? What's my next goal? What's my next mission? What's my next target? You know what I'm saying?
I think the most important thing there is, and I always think this with people who they might have something that's, say, like incredible that other people want, and the headspace is still fucked. And I think sometimes you have an identity, and when you're only that identity, you're gonna struggle, because when it's 100%. Taken away, who are you?
100%.
And a lot of people say they'll do it with how they look, right? And then it's like, if you lose that, then what? Then who are you?
Yeah.
And I've had people message me in the past like, I've stopped bodybuilding, like I don't know what to do with my life, like, you know, mentally struggling, I can't post pictures, and it's like, it's because you're owning that one identity. What you just said, I'm Ishmael Miller, I'm not a footballer.
Yeah.
I'm Ishmael Miller who plays football, that's my job, and then I've got this, and then I've got that. I love shit like that.
Yeah.
So important that to make sure that you've got like a range of like things in your life, not just like eggs all in one basket.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, first thing we're going to do.
Okay.
So I want to set a little challenge, obviously. I'm going to do these regularly with people. 100 calories between us. We'll do 10 calories each, see how fast we can do it.
Okay.
Yeah?
On what?
Ski erg.
Let's go.
Yeah?
Let's go.
You like this?
I love the ski
what do you
erg.
call it? Ski RG?
It's ski erg. Ski RG. I say ski RG, but it's ski erg, isn't it? Same thing, isn't it?
Every time you said it, yeah.
It's, ski RG. Well, I say ski RG. Jesus, God knows. Yeah, let's do it.
Right, let's have it. Do you want to go first?
Whatever you want, mate.
So it'll be 5 rounds each anyway, but...
So 5 rounds, 10 kel, yeah?
Yeah, so we're going to have a leaderboard, but unfortunately you've got me at my worst recovering from this. So, yeah, we'll do 10 each, yeah? We'll keep it going as quick as we can. Animal. Pace is making me nervous. Sit, is that...
Let's go. Nice, bro. Nice. Power. Yes, 10.
Then man, let's go. Come on. We're in.
Nice, brother. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good work, bro. Yes. 2 left.
Let's have it. Nice. Yeah.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Yes. Get it through. Good work, bro. Good work.
Let's have a bit. Wow. Whew. Spicy.
Naughty that,
Got
bro.
some power on there.
Naughty.
Fuck me.
I did it yesterday, 10 cal, 11 seconds.
Is it? Wow.
That's when you're having a break though.
Yeah.
When you're having a pull full. That's naughty that though. That's naughty, man.
Good.
Wow.
Get it going with all your mates.
Yeah, man. So what is it, 100 cal to split up into
10, 10,
quickest time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Whew.
I was going to do another one, but
That is spicy.
I didn't think my lungs would hack the other one.
Good work.
Next time, I like that. Strong lad. Yeah, very good, bro. Chat and train doesn't work when you're absolutely blowing, does it?
Oh, it's good though. Got a proper blowing on it.
That is a thing, man. I think, like, you mentioned it before, but I think in here is so powerful. Changes every area of your life.
100%.
So it's like that mental strength, like, the first time I seen you, and probably every time, you're always on the floor after your workouts.
Yeah.
And it's like I know an insight into what kind of person you are.
What,
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Because you put it in.
100%. Could have said it better. I always say to the boys when we train, I say, you've got to be a strange type of person to come in here every single day and give yourself pain.
Yeah.
You've got to, because we're not doing it for money. It's not gonna pay my bills at the end of the day, but I'm doing it because I know it's just it makes me a better person.
If I think about that though, I think it does pay your bills.
No,
Indirectly, like, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, no one's here going, well done, mate, here's some money. But
it does, because it gives you
resilience, man.
100%.
If people give up when they're tired, so like with clients, I'm always trying to tap into that.
Yeah.
Get results through intensity. Don't just turn up.
Yeah.
And it's like, because that's like, if you give up when it's tough,
yeah,
you give up in your relationship when it's tough.
Yeah, I agree.
You give up at your work when it's tough.
Agree.
You get a new job.
I agree.
That's what we're saying about, like,
I agree.
This generation now. It's
a
generation where everyone gives up at every fucking.
When it's the easiest, when it gets a little bit tough, you give up on everything. But then, how do you ever get to your destination you want to get to?
Never. You just don't, do you?
I mean,
choose your hard. That's what I say.
100%. It's true when you say, I've never really thought about it like that, but you're right. It does indirectly pays your bills. It makes you a type of person, doesn't it?
Yeah, man.
Makes you a type of person.
Mate, I've been on holiday, yeah, and I'm like, I haven't trained, say, 7, 8 days. And like, my wife's like, you just go to the fucking gym.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing my head in.
Yeah.
I'm up here.
My missus does that to me every day, man. If I don't go to the gym.
Getting your alarm set.
Yeah, 100%. If I don't go to the gym, she's like, come on, you need to go to the gym now.
And that's why I think I'm passionate about it, is because it's fucking life-changing.
It is life-changing.
And it's like, you want to give that to everyone, innit? Like, I see you in here, and you're so positive with everyone. And you just use it. Like, one of my favourite things that you do is every Monday, screenshot, grateful for another Monday on your Instagram story. Yeah. Honestly, that boosts me on a Monday.
Yeah.
How many people fear that Monday and hate it?
I agree. No, I too, and to be fair, it's funny you say that, because since I've been doing that, A lot of people message me about that. They say, like, yeah, come on, it's another one, let's get it. Because obviously Monday's the tough, well, in hindsight, it's usually the toughest day of the week, innit, for people, because you've had a weekend or you've done whatever you've done, had a few drinks, got a bit messy. Some people, which I don't like, I don't alcohol. Anyway, that's another story. But yeah, Monday is always that day where you think, got another 7 days, man. Oh, I've got another 5 days of hard work before I can go and do the same thing again. But if you see that as a positive, everything else is a positive, you know?
Do you think you'd have that positive mindset if you didn't have the footballing career that gave you a good start? Because
Yes.
obviously people are in a drippy mindset, and it's like, but they're going to a 9 to 5 they hate, right? So do you think you still have it?
I think I would still have that because I didn't have that at football. Right. When I played football, I didn't. This is what I always have these conversations with all my mates and my missus and everything. This conscious level of thinking I'm at now, I only got to this from tough days, from days that I thought, what's next? What's my next plan? What do I do here? I know loads of football players, mate, that are depressed every day.
Yeah.
Especially when they retire. Look at the divorce rate. The divorce rate of when players get retired, I think it's 85% within 2 years they get divorced. That divorce rate percentage is crazy. Within 2 years of being retired, they get divorced. That's mad.
Broke, right? A lot of them lose their dough.
A lot of it would have been because they're not used to spending that time with the missus, or they're not, or flipping, the missus isn't used to spending that time, or you've got to remember your finances change, your outgoings could be X, Y, and Z, but you're not making X, Y, and Z anymore.
Yeah.
So everything has to change, so everyone's life around you has to change. You have to see life completely different, and sometimes that affects people. Sometimes, like you were saying before, having a purpose in life day to day.
Yeah.
If you've not got that can affect people. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I think the way I got here was definitely the gym helped me.
Yeah.
That's why I come into the gym, because the gym helped me get to that mental state of thinking, you know what, I've got a great life. What a life I have. Like, how many people would want this life? Like, how many people, I've got an incredible life, I've got incredible friends, I've got incredible family, I've got an incredible missus. I'm healthy. What more could I need?
Grateful for what you've got, not what you haven't got.
Everything.
Yeah,
and
man.
when I've got to that, I say, when I've got to the mental state I'm at now, of feeling grateful for everything, better things come to me.
Yeah.
It's like
crazy.
a magnet. It's just like, it's like every time I turn, something else good comes to me.
Yeah.
And then I think when you're like that, I pass that to you.
Yeah.
You pass that to someone else. That someone else, that client, you say about me, I pass it to you. You pass it to your client passes it to their kids. The kids pass it to another kid at school. And it's just, that's how we need to be. You know what I mean? Everyone, and it's, instead of chasing things that don't matter, all these frivolous things, they don't matter, do they? Like, what? Okay, they're good. They might look nice, a nice shiny toy. It does look good at times. But I would rather be happy.
Yeah.
Happy.
I always think, like, people say, like, there's this flip side to it. You're either materialistic or you're not. I think you can enjoy materials. So the people who are not are afraid of it.
100%.
And the people who are, you know, that's all they chase. But for me, I think, if
you're
you're happy and you're driving just a modest Vauxhall Corsa, and then you grow your life and you grow your business or whatever it is you're doing, and then you get a Bentley, you're going to be happy in a Bentley.
Exactly.
But if you're a miserable cunt in a Bentley, you're always going to be miserable.
Exactly.
But it's that key, that, like, being grateful for what you've got.
I am grateful for everything, bruv. And I swear it's crazy. But the key for it for me was getting to this and feeling that gratefulness was be more content. Don't chasing anything. When I was young, I used to chasing this, you're chasing. You want more money, I want more, I want this.
That's what you're taught to do, isn't it?
And I think the minute you become more content with who you are, the happiness, it just flows, man.
Would you say, like, the injury and stuff like that's a turning point? Because you can't be grateful for a healthy body until you've felt what an unhealthy body looks like.
I think it's everything. So it's all the dark days, all the injuries, all the times where I thought I was going to stay at this club, or I've gone to this club, or the uncertainty, or I've got this hard day with my partner, or it's been a tough day with my daughter, or this part, whatever it's been. It's all it's like I said before, like I lived by the word Kaizen. It's all of them things rolled into one, and me looking at it and thinking, wow. Well, let me put a funny story. I played a testimonial last year for West Brom for one of the players I was playing. We played a game. It's one of the first times I played football in like 2-3 years. when the whole family came, was Mrs. I was in the missus in the car, driving back to Manchester. Started bursting out in tears. She's like, what's up with you? I started bursting out in tears.
Okay.
She's like, what's up with you? And she's gone, I've gone. Honestly, I'm so grateful for everything. God is, because it could be so different. God has given me everything I possess. I came from a shit estate. It didn't have to be this way, Moston, but it was. Moston was a lot worse than what it is now. It's been very gentrified now, but it was tough. But it didn't have to be this way. It could have been that way. And it's from 2 or 3 choices that I've made in X, Y, and Z. But it could be. I have friends that have got a tough life. But it's only from simple mistakes that they've made that one simple mistake has rolled into 2 to 3. It's like a snowball effect. You know what I mean? Like an avalanche. And that's why I can't be. I'm so happy for my life.
You just said tough, right? So your friends have a tough life, but you've had a tough life.
Exactly.
People will nullify that because it's like, well, you've had cars and houses and football, and it don't. Like we said before, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But I have a saying that's like, choose your hard, right? So you've chose that hard, which is fucking hard. But it gives you a life that you want to live by. And then other people choose a life that is really fucking hard. But it's a life they don't want to be living. So it's like, you know, you're gonna live tough. It's the same with 100%. Energy, right? You're gonna give energy off. Negative energy is energy consumed. Why not fucking throw something positive out there?
100%.
And instead of trying to drag everyone down, build
100%.
people up. And that's
100%.
what you're incredible at. That's one of the things that I noticed you in the gym. Like, I remember walking past you on a treadmill, and you made me come back so you could say I was looking good. You was like, you're looking sick in that top.
I remember
and I was
you had the grey top on and he had a
Yeah,
grey
yeah,
top on. I remember it, bro.
I love that top.
He was looking good, but I remember it.
But the fact is, you could have waited or not said anything. You made me come back. I was like, sorry. I was like, And I love that. And that put me on a fucking high for the day.
100%.
And I pay that forward, and it's like,
100%.
the growth is exponential when you just live and you just, you know, take thought of what you're thinking about and go, you know what? No, I'm not putting that out there. Because that's going to come back around. How can I rephrase that in a positive way? Instead of saying, oh, look at that guy there, fucking thinks he's mega, you know, wearing a fitted t-shirt.
That's an insecurity. When people do that, it's an insecurity in themselves.
Man.
It's an insecurity in themselves. They're not content and happy with inside, so they want to portray their unhappiness onto other people and insecurities.
Drag people down 100%. instead of trying to climb to your level.
Why not try? Why do we want to just push everyone up, help everyone? It's a better life that way, isn't it?
Yeah, it is for sure,
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Right, we'll have a little go here.
What we doing?
So what we'll do is, we're going to do a single arm row, so 10 each side.
Okay.
So unsupported,
Yeah.
Do 10 of them. Then you're going to do a walk, so holding them out like this.
Okay.
With the 15s.
Yeah.
To the fire. Fire hydrant.
The second one.
It's American. We'll go second one, and then back. And then I saw you do handstands the other day.
Okay, cool.
So we'll do a 30-second handstand hold.
Cool. No worries, Sweet.
So you go, I go, yeah?
Yeah.
So I'll time you and then you can time me. 3 to 5 rounds to see how we're feeling, yeah?
Sweet.
So,
Yeah,
we're good.
10.
Yeah, get right to the floor, reach right down, and then row up. Let's go. So row. 1. 10 of them. Keep that core switched on though, yeah?
Yeah.
And then I'll time the handstand holds. We'll do about 30 seconds. So your rest will be when I go. Good, man. Try and keep them hips nice and level. All the pressure on that left leg. Now all on the right leg, yeah? Let's go. Some power, man. Smashing it. Yeah, easy work. Right, get them 15s. So now, so relax your arms by your side, face forward. And then all you're going to do now is go, hold it. Don't let them drop what. And make sure your elbows don't straighten, yeah?
Don't straighten.
Yeah, just keep them slightly bent. So get that chest up, get them shoulders burning, man. We'll go to the, this one here. Turn, keep them up. And then don't just hold, man, keep trying to lift, yeah? Relax your arms a bit more, so that's it. Get the dumbbells close to the floor. Smashed it. Good. All right, man. 30 seconds on that hold now, yeah? Try and keep your elbows locked out. Are you going that way?
Yeah. Wait 1 sec.
Are you going to hit that ceiling? I would fucking hate to come across you as a defender. Jesus Christ. Yeah, with that pace and that power. Fucking hell. Go on, man. Try and get your thighs off the wall. That's it, man, that's it. Halfway, mate. 10 seconds. Good work. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, we're done. Good work.
Nice. Good work, lad. Nice, brother. I got the time here for you. Time when you're ready.
Let's go.
Yeah, time.
Oh, fuck.
Watch it. Got it, you good?
Yeah.
There you go. Good work. 10 down. Halfway, stay strong. 10 left. Good work, brother. Nice. 5. Time. Good work, nice, man.
All right, you're on, let's go. Smashing it, let's have it. It's mad because it's like that thing where as you're starting to get more out of breath, you like can't wait to be there, right? So you can go through that pain zone. Yeah. It's like sick. Like who does that shit?
It's that buzz, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like if I'm not in pain, I'm like, fucking hell. And then when I am, I'm like, I just want to escape. But relax them arms a little bit more, mate. Okay, relax, relax. So relax your arms by your side, set. And then all we're going to do is go like that. There we go. So you're keeping the dumbbells as close to the floor, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Full arm length. Smashing it. All right, we're in. Good work. That's it, try and pull this away. There you go, man. Get them abs popping. 10 down. Halfway. 10 to go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good work, man. Very good work. Up.
Good work, lad. Nice. Yeah. 10 down. Stay. Stay strong. 10 left. Good work, brother. Time. Good work.
Smashing it. Let's go, let's go. Shoulders are popping. Come on, big push there, let's go. We're on. Don't realise how much it fucking burns at this point, right?
Yeah, it's fucking naughty. Proper. Shoulders on fire.
Yeah. Every exercise chips away at them,
Yeah.
doesn't it? You're doing good, man. That's 20 down, mate. 10 left, yeah? Stay strong. 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Good work, man. Love that. Well done, man.
Nice. Yes, brother. Feel the burn. Yeah. Nice. Ten down. $20 down. 5 left. 2. Time. Good work, lad.
How many sets are we doing? 3, 4?
Should we do one more, yeah?
Let's do one more. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Let's do it.
Which one's yours here, mate?
Yours is the one with less in it. Let's go.
Come on now, last one. This is where we both wanted to stop. One extra, man. Let's go. Keep all that energy inside, man. Come on. Keep pushing, don't let it out. There you go. Smashing it. Nice, man. Still super wide on them. Love that shit. No making it easier. Last one, man.
Feel the burn.
Yeah, man.
Feel the burn.
10 seconds, man. Come on, 20 to go. Halfway, mate. 10 to go. Say, Mike, keep everything switched on now. 5, 3, 2, 1. That's you. Well done, mate. It's nothing worse than going last.
Yes, lads, class set. Nice, looking powerful, brother. Nice work. Yes, lad. Strong. Great work. Feel that burn, lad. Last one.
Whenever you're ready, you're up.
Let's go. Stay strong, brother. Stay strong. 20 seconds left. That's 10 down. Easy work. Easy work. Yes, bro. 10 left. 5. Nice, brother. 3, 2, 1. Time. Good work, bro.
Hey.
Nice. Good work. Good work. Good work.
You know when you're in them situations,
But
like,
you're in the depths. You're in the deep waters.
honestly, on that third one, right?
You're in the deep end.
I'm like, I'm telling myself, I'm not going to be able to do that handstand. I'm like, you can't fall in front of him. You're on fucking camera here. You're supposed to be the fitness guy. What do you tell yourself in them situations? Because it's all about, we say get to them and dig deep.
Yeah.
What's your mindset?
Where do I go with it?
Yeah.
It's a good question, that, you know. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna
Take your
think
time,
about it
yeah,
next
think
time.
about
Yeah, it's a good question. I try to keep myself calm. I don't know why. I just try to keep myself calm as possible, because I think if you get too, like, deep, if your mind gets too full, it's like it becomes more difficult.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
It's like if you think about heavy breathing, I start feeling like this is like closing in on me.
choking in,
And I'm like, oh, fuck. My breath, and a lot of time we trip ourselves out. But my biggest thing is that I always say the mental will follow, the physical will follow the mental.
Okay.
So if you're strong in the mind, the physical will just do whatever you tell it to.
That's true. It's 100%.
So even when I'm doing stuff like that, it's so mad, because on that walk down, I'm thinking, don't fail in front of him. And then as soon as I hear like words of encouragement or I recover, I'm like, let's do another round.
Let's do another round.
Even though that wasn't part of the plan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like...
Yeah. No, I know what you mean, yeah.
But it's interesting because we do get to that place and you're like, what does keep me going here?
Yeah, what keeps me going without... It's true, because when someone's saying, well done, keep going, you got this, gives you that boost, it's like you get an extra couple percentage of power, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When no one's doing it, where am I at mentally? I'm going to think about that. I don't really want to think about that.
I think my biggest thing is knowing that, I always talk about why this place is addictive. When you're doing it, it feels like shit. It's tough, man. You want to quit, right? But it's the reward afterwards.
The reward is
And I always think about it as delayed gratification.
Yeah.
What are you going to think of me when I say, let's do a 4th round and I don't falter on any of them?
Yeah.
You're going to be like, you know what? This guy trains well, man.
Yeah.
And you think of me as like a high
Yeah,
standard.
it's higher standard. Yeah.
And that's what I want. And I think that's what I do. It's like...
Is that your...
I'm not doing it for you, but for me, I use that as a tool to help me through it.
I get you.
Because I think I want to be seen, and I guess it's the why.
Yeah.
I don't want people to look at me and be like, your physique's incredible, because there's a million different physiques that are way better than mine.
Yeah.
But I want people to look at me and be like, fucking hell, man, that guy works.
Because
that's what I do. I work at my relationship. I work at my, at my career, at my training, at my friendships.
It's good.
I think that's mine.
It's results when you're like that, and you're in that mental state, and you're in that thought process. The results just follow. The results 100%. Are just inevitable.
Inevitable.
You cannot fail, basically, when you feel like that. It's impossible.
There's 2 types of people, though, right? Results driven, habit driven. Do the fucking work.
The habit
Stop
is the one.
thinking about this.
Because the results only come from the habits.
Exactly. That's why I'm obsessed. I am obsessed. I talk about all the time. Standards and habits, man.
Yeah,
What are your habits and what standards do you do them to?
Yeah.
Because if you're giving up here, if if your arms crumble and you crash on the mat, respect.
Yeah.
Even if I can do 2 more rounds.
Yeah.
You give up and you're like, oh yeah, you know, had a little bit of a shoulder.
Shoulder
and
injury, yeah, exactly.
That's fine with me, but what are you telling yourself?
Yeah, it's true.
That's what I'm obsessed with.
It's
you
true.
know what I mean?
It's true.
Right, should we bang another little bit?
Come on then, yeah.
Right, so we'll go. You can pick. So we're going to do 10 calories. We're going to do an EMOM, yeah.
What's that?
So every minute on a minute, yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be. I'll show you the barbell maneuver, but you can choose. Do you want to do row, ski, or assault? I don't know why I asked you to do assault, but.
Yeah, the assault's naughty.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I'm not gonna do assault.
Should we serve that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I do assault. It's disgusting. I did legs as well yesterday.
Probably the easiest one. I know we've already done it. Probably the easiest one in terms of getting on and off is ski, right?
Let's go skiing, then.
Your first goal, you were 2-0 down to Newcastle. So
Yeah,
you come on and you score.
Yeah, scored and scored. Yeah.
Does that put a dampener on it or what?
Yeah, I know, because it's one of them ones. It's like, it's more of a. It was more of a relief than the first one in the Prem because I had a few chances before in a few games before, and when it went in, it was just more like, right, I've got it now. And then I felt like, yeah, I felt like I was at home then. Then I scored against Wigan the next game, and then scored one of the other games.
That was a great goal as well, wasn't it?
Against Blackburn. As well, yeah. And then the week after that, I did my knee. Then I was out for 2 years.
Was it?
Yeah. So that was just the time, and it was like, you know, when you fly in your ear, and then that happens, and then you hear. And the worst thing is, I've never had a bad injury before that. I'd never had like been out for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But I'd never been out for a long time. And that affected me massively. And what I didn't understand at the time is affected me because I'm a big guy, I'm a heavy guy, 100 kilograms, 110 now, but because I've built up muscle. But at the time, I'm probably like 98. That was like 97, 98. That's my fighting weight. But because I was out for 18 months, I put on weight. Not weight as in fat, but just put on weight as in I was just heavy. So
you're not moving as much, are you?
Yeah, exactly. So it just took me a long time to shift that weight. And when you was in a mental state of not training as hard, that was the thing. It was the thing of not training, being out for 18 months, but then also not. When you did come back, he wasn't the same player. But he was the same player, but physically he wasn't. So you had to take your time, and then I would get injuries in it. But yeah, there's nothing better than the Prem. Is just it's different, man.
To watch a Premier League game and be like, I've scored there, like that
unbelievable.
That must be
unbelievable.
The feeling through your body, man.
Yeah, the best was making my debut for City. No, not my debut because I come on as a sub against Wigan, but my first start at City was against West Ham. I remember it was sunny, super sunny. I remember, and then West Ham at the time they had like loads of good players. They had Tevez was there, Mascherano was there. When all of them come over, they had a really good squad. I remember it was good. It was good. It was good.
You can tell by your inability to come up with words.
It was it was amazing. I remember the start. I remember I set up the first goal, ran the whole length of the pitch with the ball. It was a good
What's
time.
that noise like when it's like? Do you hear it more? When you're in the
I don't
middle?
think you really hear it in the game.
Do you not?
No, you feel like you're just out of the. It's weird because it's like 80,000 people there, but I feel like you don't really hear 80,000 people. You hear it more when the ground's less.
Really?
Like if it's a 5,000, because you can hear individual. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can hear individual people. Kind of like, you just don't really hear anything. It's just, you hear noise, but you don't really hear like individuals speaking.
I remember when Clates, when he played, Middlesbrough got promoted to the Prem.
Yeah.
He played at Old Trafford and he said to me, we were talking about it, and as he was talking, it was like, you know, playing away at Anfield, and I was like, even though I've followed his journey, it was mind-blowing, like, so to have done it. But he said to me, when United scored, he said it was almost like I wanted to just stand in the middle and put my hands over my ears.
It was so loud.
Because it was just like piercing on a level you've never experienced.
I remember, to be fair, I played against United at Old Trafford. They had Ronaldo, Rooney, Berbatov. They had that. There was that team, that unbelievable. They beat us 2-0 as at West Brom, but it was true. Like it's Old Trafford's. I play for City, but Old Trafford is just a different. I don't know. I think it's because of the you know, like all the history in that and the players. It's just like it's just like a staple piece for the earth or Man United. You know what I mean? It's the way that
it's like a monumental piece of history.
Yeah. It's just like a legacy type of thing, like club. It's just everything about it. It's unbelievable. But
to know that you've had a part to play in that must be unreal.
Yeah, it is nice. It is nice. I feel like it was amazing. That's what I say. I'm always grateful for, because he could have done anything. I could have got injured at 15 and never played. You know what I'm saying? It's like Amazing. That was good, man. Good
Love
time.
that shit. Love that. Now you're in the gym getting massive with me.
I know. I'm in the gym every day getting fucking wham. What's this one now?
Right, I'll show you the complex in a minute.
All right.
One thing I want to touch on as well is like what, obviously you're into property and trading now.
Yeah.
Sick. We'll have a little chin wag about that.
Yeah.
Because I have preconceptions about that sort of stuff.
Yeah. What negatives?
It's more, I guess, like I get 10, 15 traders a week messaging me on Instagram, like, do you want to use my model, this, that, and the other, and it's like, it's meant to be this fucking...
I wouldn't do that.
Incredible. No, I never would,
Yeah,
but those guys make me think, if I think of a trader, I'm like, wanker, get away from me.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off, I don't even give you a minute.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
I agree with that, yeah. I think it's, because obviously there's so much negativity spoke about it, and there's a lot of sharks in the waters, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of sharks in the water. But for me, I learned myself how to trade in 2018. Got into a bit of crypto, trading, more crypto. And then I bought some Bitcoin when it was really cheap. And then I started to learn how to trade, but I lost money at the time.
Yeah.
But that, going back to what we were saying before, that mentality of thinking, it's not defeating me, I need to win. Like, no, what's going on here? That, like, everyday chipping away for it. And then I just I learnt myself how to trade. But I learnt myself through like a module online.
Right, okay.
So I started in 2018, got some Bitcoin and traded, lost.
Yeah.
But then when the pandemic hit in 2020, but just before the pandemic, 2019, I said, no, I'm going to take it serious now.
Yeah.
Started taking it serious, and then in the pandemic, because no one was doing anything, I was spending 8-10 hours a day learning how to trade from modules online.
Really?
So now I can trade on anything. I basically it's learning how to read the charts. So I can read the charts and do everything. So I could trade anything. I could trade oil, crypto, stocks, anything, and I can trade anything now.
But again, though, like, I think context behind the story is always important, because someone like, I see you in the gym, like, you know, on your time, like midday, and it's like the dream time. And people will think that, like, God, it's so easy, that, But you've put how much graft into that for years, like you say.
The thing is it's like you say, like you said, people might sit there and think that, but I'm up at 5:30 in the morning every day. 5:30, wake up, get a pint of water, have a coffee, trade for an hour and a half, 2 hours, or set my trades up. I'll set my trades up for the day. Yeah. Then I had a dog. I'd go and take my dog for a walk, come back, then I'd come to the gym. And then them people that were sitting there saying, what an easy life, I'd been up for 5 hours, worked already before that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've worked for 2-3 hours before that, set my trades up, then I'd come home after the gym, then I would sit there trading again, do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it works for me that time, because I prefer to, I would rather get up early and work early than get up like at 8-9 in the morning and work late. Or like I work better in the morning, it works better for me. So that's why I'll wake up 5:30, and by the time 9 o'clock comes, I've already worked for 3 hours, 4 hours. Do you know what I mean? 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and then I'm in the gym, type of thing, yeah.
That's that elite habit of getting up early and getting ahead of the day and
100%.
choosing a day on your term, right?
Exactly.
That's a mega thing.
100%.
But it's just interesting, because these people, like, they're messaging you like, do you want to earn 10k and not do any work? And you're like,
I wouldn't do any of that.
Fuck off, mate.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't. I don't think so. I don't trust that, because everything is like, I've taught myself to trade where I can go anywhere in the world at any age, and I can learn. I've taught myself a skill, like, for instance, your skill, you've become an elite PT. You could go anywhere in the world and still you can teach wherever. Yeah. Same as I can learn how to trade and make money wherever from. But it took me years to get there. It didn't like I wake up and thought, oh, I know how to trade. It took me 3 to 4 years, I'd say.
And taking risk as well, right?
Taking big risk. And I lost at the start.
Yeah, losing money and still going.
I lost at the start, but it was having that mentality of thinking, I want to be good at this. And
giving up, innit?
Not giving up, and then what's my purpose? What's my next purpose, you know? Football was done. What am I going to do? I never really wanted to work for somebody else. Obviously, I've made enough money to be able to have a decent life and kind of survive, but how long does that last for? You know what I'm saying? I don't just want to survive. I want to have an elite life for the rest of my life. I want to live a great life until I want my mum to have a great life. I don't want her to, my mum, she looks after all my properties. I want her, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I don't want to be a manager. I don't want to be an agent. I don't want to be a coach. I wanted to work how I want to work. Yeah. And that's why I sit there and I say that to you before about being grateful, because that was always my goal as well. One of my goals is when I retire, I want to work for me, how I want to work, when I want to work. Because everyone's different, but I work best when I work for me. You know what I'm saying? Some people are better to be told what to do. Yeah. I work best when I work for me.
I think everyone would dream of that, man, but it's like, you're willing to deal with the risk. And I always thought, like, why do people at the top of the ladder who perceive to do the least get the most? And it's like, because the risk is on them.
Yes.
Because you're being paid by them. Yes. And if there's money not coming in, that's their fucking problem.
It's their problem.
And it's the same thing, like being self-employed. I shit myself. I was like, I've not got someone putting money in my bank.
Exactly.
If I gain 10 clients, that's on me. If I lose 10, that's on me.
Exactly.
And that's the fear that stops people, isn't it?
100% stops everyone. But then how do you get to that great achievement without taking the risk? It's impossible, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's impossible.
But that's what stops people doing what they want in life. And then become bitter about the people who do it, right?
But the world, I've seen a thing, the world's never changed by ordinary men.
Yeah.
It's never changed. It can't just be, you have to take the risk for us to take us further. As a people, you have to take the risk.
Is there any sayings or books or things that have changed your life in terms of, like, you know, you can actively say that had a massive impact? Like that statement there, like, the world's never changed by ordinary men. Yeah. Is there anything like that you can think of, like,
I like Stoicism. A Daily Stoic is a book. I love the Stoicism.
See that changed my life, the Daily Stoic.
100%. Mine too.
I sought that out at a time where I was at rock bottom.
Amazing.
And I needed that.
Amazing.
And it came in and it was like, if I was to put it onto other people and they're not ready for it, they'd be like, fuck off.
Amazing.
Whereas when I bought that book, I read one excerpt and it was just like...
Just resonated with you.
Mate, I just sat there and studied the book every day of my life.
Amazing. But that's why I always sit there and say, you have to give gratitude and gratefulness, because how crazy is it that you sought after that book when you needed it most?
Yeah.
That
it's always around us, isn't it?
It always freaks me out, stuff like that. It's like when you need something the most, it's like the world says, I'm giving you the choice, the opportunity to take this now. Yeah. You need it.
You just got to listen and be alert and aware of it.
Exactly.
Don't you?
And you've got to be open to taking it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one thing I always wanted to do, though, I'll be honest. Sitting there saying to the lads the other day, always wanted to do like some type of study on like the mental, like why humans think the way we think, why the body adapts. And I don't know what study I'd like to do, or go and do some type of, I'd always try to do, I don't know, go college or something for it. I've not really looked too far into it, but it just intrigues me, the way the mind is. You know what I'm saying? It's
no, for sure.
It's like, it's weird, and how things happen, the way they
happen.
I don't
think it is weird, right? Because it's one of them things where if you think about it, when you've got a higher level thinking, you start to understand things. It's like, I'm putting that effort into that and I'm getting all this from it. Yeah. I want to know more about that because, you know, it's like what you said before, you're in your mind 24/7. So you can create lies, you can create perfect Instagrams and things like that. But there's going to come a point where you're alone with your thoughts. And what you're telling yourself 24 hours a day or whenever you're not asleep, and what you think about stems from what you dream about, you know, why would you not want to explore that more?
Yeah, I agree.
Because if you've got a bulletproof mind, the physical can follow anything.
Well, I couldn't agree more.
Do you know what I mean? That's what brought me to want to, like, I was literally dying for you to be the first person on this, because your mindset is like no one I've ever known. And it's incredible. It doesn't matter who's stronger at me and who's fitter. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I can draw so much from your energy and your mindset.
And the same
physical.
vice versa.
Yeah.
Vice versa. You're feeding each other, innit? You know what I mean? It's like you're feeding each other with that energy. You know what I mean? Now, night to day, because of this, was going to make me feel amazing, and everyone who I encounter they're going to just be able to, the energy is going to be oozing off them. I don't have to speak, they'll just feel it.
But it's sad that people don't see this side of life, innit? You know, it's not like we're multimillionaires, because again, who's richer? I mean, it's irrelevant, isn't it?
That's what I wanted to ask you, though. Where did you, because I think being a PT is such an important part of the world, you know? Very important. Especially someone like yourself that takes it so seriously, because you're changing so many people's lives. And you changing one person's life impacts everyone in their life, literally everyone, the friends, the family, everything.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you feel you get the best? When do you feel like you crack the code of saying, I know how to get the best out of people now?
Wow.
That's a great question.
Yeah, very good question. So I think for me, it was the realization that nobody wants to suffer.
Okay.
So I've been through suffering. So like my first, like, you know, I had an amazing upbringing, really easy life, and I didn't know problems.
Yeah.
You know, even down to the fact that like my best friend was a footballer, you know, and he took me on some amazing experiences, things that I wouldn't necessarily have got for myself at that point.
Yeah.
So my life was just chilling. And then my missus was 30 weeks pregnant, and then we lost the baby. And it was like, on Monday, she was sending me messages saying like, you know, the baby's kicking, like everything's sound. And it was like, I've not felt her. Left literally here, I was stood on that little bit of apparatus over there, 7 o'clock. Anyway, we go home.
How many years ago was this?
2016, October 10th. So we go to the hospital that day anyway, and the woman was just like, I'm sorry to tell you, but like, baby's not alive anymore. And it was just like, what? I was like, didn't make any sense, none at all.
Yeah.
So then it was like, I had all of this life that I'd lived, you know, so obviously we went through the process, like Nicole had to deliver, etc.
Yeah.
That was the first bit of pain I felt in my life, and everything I'd ever done was for that moment of having my first child. So, you know, all my friends used to take gear, didn't take gear because I didn't want to increase my risk of having children. Yeah. I got an education because I thought that was the way to a good job, to be able to support and provide for him. Yeah. So what had happened is I remember pulling up, and this is what I talk about pivotal moments. I'm sat in my car like a week after this. You know, I'm self-employed. I can't have too much time off. Yeah. As a man, it was like you just got to crack on anyway. Yeah. So I'm sat in my car, and I remember thinking, everything I've ever done was for this moment, and it's been taken away from it. What's the fucking point? Yeah. You know, like fucking God hates me, life hates me. This has been taken away, and it was like, I'm gonna fuck it all off. Yeah. But at that point, I was like, do you know what? No, because, and I swear to God, it was like two people having a conversation in my head. So what had happened was, I was like, do you know what? No, because I will have children down the line, and do I want, you know, my daughter to look down at me and think, you know, what have you done with your life just because of me? I want her to be proud of me. Yeah. And then I want my kids to be proud. And at that point, I realised that it's like people are suffering and everyone's got a story. And nobody wants to live a life where they're not thriving. You know, nobody wants to start a diet and fail. Yeah, nobody wants to be super overweight or, you know, at the peril of every thought they ever had. So I was like, there's something in the mental side of things that matters. So if someone is failing, so as a PT, people are not turning up, not trying hard, you know, if they're not sticking to the diet, they're not getting where they want to be. Why is that? Yeah. And then the answer to me was what they're putting in the body, because obviously life's set up to be against us, you know, like we're addicted to, you know, sugar, fast food, etc. So I was like,
everything negative,
change the mindset. And this is what I'm saying, stoicism changed my mindset. That's when I picked it up after that. When you picked it up, I picked it up. That's cool. Coming here and being around people who are successful because their mindsets are elite. And I was like, fucking hell, if that's how he thinks, I want to think like that. And I faked it for a long time. And I was like, I feel better and I feel invincible and I feel so mentally strong in every area of my life. I want that for everyone else. Because coming in and doing a workout it's 1 hour in 168 hours of a week. So it was like, even 3 hours, 4 hours, it's such a small time.
Small window, innit?
So something's got to be going on in this part. So I just became obsessed with, like, as I said before, your mindset, what are you telling yourself, what are your standards, but most importantly, what we're putting into our body is determining the way we think and feel. Put shit into your body, shit's coming out of it.
100%.
And it's mad, innit? Because if you think of, like, I don't have to ask you if you feel yourself right. I can see that. Because you've got positive thoughts, you're up early in the morning, your physical looks great. And that's the result of all those things. So it was like, that is the difference, and I think that's the difference between a lot of PTs. It's like, turn up, train someone, or if you're a coach, you know, coach someone for a very small window, but it's like, you've got to be with someone all the way through, and you've got to guide them around it. That's the key to results, right?
Which is good. It's good that because it's good because the passion you have for it, it's very infectious, which would be very infectious on the clients, you know what I mean?
They're educating their children, because it's causation, right? So if you're out of shape, your children are just following that. 100%. So if you impact them, they change family habits. Kids 100%. Get a better education because they're more focused in school, and it's exponential in terms of, you know, what it can provide. But I just want everyone to feel the feeling that I feel on a daily basis.
That's
It's fucking
good.
powerful, man.
That's good, man.
Right, let me show you this real quick. We'll have to get some clips, to be fair, but so 5 deadlifts, 1, 2. Once you've done 5,
Yeah.
1, 2. Once you've done 5, you're gonna go up, 1, 5 that way, yeah?
Yeah.
Rest for the remainder, and then we're gonna do 10 calories on the ski erg. So odd minutes, you do 10 calories,
Yeah.
rest for the remainder of the minute,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna do 5 of each of them, 5 deadlifts.
Okay.
Do you want to have a little go at that
Right,
one?
cool, yeah, so.
Just watch that is not clipped. I did get, I've clipped it, Anna.
So 5 here, yeah?
So 5 deads. 1, 2, right. And then, so pause in your hip once you've done 5. 1, good. Use your thighs to fucking thrust it up. Once you've done that, 5 overhead. Use your quads, yeah? How's that?
Sweet, yeah.
And then 5 over, yeah? You just did them,
Yeah,
right?
5, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
my bad. So we'll do 12 minutes, so it'll be 3 rounds of each.
Okay,
Is that
3 rounds
right?
of each.
No, it won't. 6 rounds of each.
Yeah.
Good maths.
Wait. Yeah,
Huh?
6 rounds of each, yeah?
6 rounds of each, 12 minutes.
Okay.
Obviously, if you do it in 40 seconds, you get 20 rest.
Oh, do this, yeah, got you.
This is why I talked for a long time.
Right, okay, cool, yeah, it's
We
not.
need a longer... do you want me to put 10s on that, or do you think that's too
No,
heavy?
that should be okay. Well, so wait, so we do 6 of these, 6 of these.
6 rounds.
It's okay.
So it's 5, 5, 5, so 15.
Yeah,
10 calories.
yeah.
So I'm doing 10 calories, and while you're doing that, and then
Got
we're
you.
going to keep switching.
Got
Yeah.
you,
I'll
yeah.
talk you through it anyway if
Got
you
you.
get stuck. It's going to be fucking hanging.
Yeah, it's going to be naughty.
Right, are you ready? We're in, let's go.
So you'll do 10 cal there, yeah?
So you'll do 10 calories now while I do that.
Yeah.
We've got 27 seconds to rest, yeah?
Okay, cool.
2, 1. Fucking hell, you done already? Jeez.
Because I'm heavy and you've got to come down.
I figured out why the ski ergs are always broke.
That's naughty, that, mate. Might be naughty, this. You know what I started to do? After I read this Daily Stoicism, got a journal and just started journaling thoughts down, and helped me massively, man.
Be honest, you do it every day.
Not every day, but a couple of days a week.
Love that.
Couple of days a week.
Because people pick up habits and think, it's got to be every day, right?
Yeah.
What do you find it helps with?
Declutter the brain. Declutter all the thoughts.
Yeah.
Helps because I've got a very sporadic brain. Thoughts are all over the place sometimes. Because I've got quite a creative brain. Sometimes it's detrimental to be like that.
Yeah.
You're trying to do everything or think about everything. Try and just streamline your thoughts.
You've got to find skills to help you cope, right?
Yeah.
I always think of it like mental health, and when you're at your best, you need that shit more
Yeah.
to keep you there.
Yeah.
But we often do it when we need it
Need it most, yeah.
It's upkeep, right?
Yeah.
But the more you have in your arsenal, the easier it is to deal with shit
Yeah, I agree.
and stay up there.
I agree.
Hard though, right?
It's hard, yeah.
But I love that you say that. People think if I don't do it every day, what's the point?
Yeah. Not every day, don't have to be every day.
No, I love that. It's getting tough now, isn't it?
Naughty.
That's why you got to get stronger. Think about what's driving you now.
Yeah, man.
Tell me,
We've got.
what pushes you through?
What's pushing me through? I'm fucking not stopping. That's what's pushing me through. Impossible to stop.
The camera for me, that's it. Off camera, I'm gone. Two of each left, man, we can do it.
Yeah, man.
There's just something about knowing you're not quitting.
Impossible.
Impossible, love that.
Life can't beat me. I beat life.
That's it. But life is designed to absolutely rinse you.
Destroy us. Yeah.
3, 2. If I know I can leave my house at 6 a.m, I want to be up ahead of that.
Yeah.
Because I never want to be behind.
Yeah.
Because that puts me in a negative headspace.
I know what you mean.
Even if it's shit, we're behind.
Oh, this way, you're there, you're there, you're there.
Oh shit, my bad. Oh.
Last one.
One more of each. Five seconds, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Finish strong, brother. Let's go.
Finish strong. Come, let's go.
2. Yeah.
Last one.
Last one, man. Ten seconds. Let's go, man. Finish on top.
Let's go. Last one. Eat it. Yeah. Work it. Get it. Woo. Spicy. Woo. Come on. Yes, brother. Work.
Shit. Feels good, innit?
Yeah. Fuck me.
This is the ish pose.
Yeah, me.
It is. The ish special.
Yeah. That's spicy, that.
It's nice, man.
Yeah.
Powerful chat too, man.
Yeah.
Powerful chat.
Yeah, man, it was good, man. A great time.
It just needs to be the message more. Like, I feel like, you know what people say, talk. Talking's powerful. Action, man.
Yeah.
It has to lead to action, I believe.
Has to be. Has to lead to action.
There's a saying that goes like, nobody has the ability to lie to you more than you.
Yeah.
And the more you say, I'm gonna do it, and then you don't, the more you're gonna fucking struggle in here.
Yeah.
Because you're always letting yourself down.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you say shit and it's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that, your brain's like, and I do it. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Are you fuck gonna do that?
Yeah.
But then it's like, the more you say yeah, and come in and push through limits, it's like, you know you're capable of anything.
Yeah.
There's no one in your own way more than you.
100%.
And I've said it for years, I'll be honest, mate. For fucking years and years, I'll be this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And now when I go to air it, I'm like, I'm not even saying it out loud.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna fucking show you. And that's powerful, man. And that I think that's more powerful than any talking.
Yeah.
Because you can talk and talk and talk and talk. If you're talking about the same shit,
Yeah.
you're not solving the problem.
Yeah.
And I always think, like, spoke to someone pretty wise the other day.
Well, I've walked around let's walk around the track.
Yeah. We're gonna walk, yeah, is that cool? Which way is it now?
This way.
They said to me, like, you know, so I set myself a challenge of not moaning. But then I'm like, well, what's the distinction between moaning and venting?
Yeah.
And I think, you know, if you're with someone and they're talking about the same thing over and over, now you're just moaning, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Because we've come up with solutions,
Yeah.
but you're not acting
You're
on
not
them.
acting on it.
And I think if you act on them and you come back to that conversation and be like, do you know what, I feel better about that. Because, you know, like we said we were going to do X.
Yeah.
I went and did it.
Yeah.
What does Y look like now? How can I move forward?
But you know the problem with that is, it's because people want the result too quickly nowadays.
Yeah.
People are just trying to go from 0 to 100 or 0 to 80. No, go from 0 to 1. And then when you get one might lead to 3 or 4, or it could lead to 2, but be happy with the next, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes someone might say, come to you and say, right, I want to lose, I don't know, 15 kilograms or whatever it is. And then they might say, they might train for a few weeks. They might have only lost, say 4, but not only, because that's still a lot, but say they've not lost what they expect to have lost. Then they start saying, they start getting down on themselves because they're expecting the result to be too quick. But the actual, it's the journey.
There you go, man.
The journey is way more exciting than the result.
The
result can be also, sometimes the result can kind of be an anticlimax on certain stuff.
Mate, I've never met a person I've not got in shape. And bear in mind, I've got people, right? So I had a woman lose 10 stone, she could have still lost about another 4, so she had a lot to lose. I've had people from, dad bod to shredded, looking incredible. Goalposts always move.
Yeah.
Always.
Exactly.
But it's the journey that
journey.
you grow through, right?
100%.
It's that, again, I love saying, but like, you know, stop praying for the storm to pass and pray to grow through it.
Yeah, I like
because
that.
that's the key, and it's what
I
you
like
said
that.
before, like, there's a difference between, I think the difference between success and failure are people who are results focused
Yeah.
versus the journey and the habits and the things that are going to get them there. And if you want instant gratification, don't even start.
Yeah.
Because your instant gratification now is, I feel unreal that I've just kept up with a workout with you.
Yeah.
That's gratification for me, do you know what I'm saying? No, I don't need to take my top off and be like, right, who's bigger or who's fitter or this, that, and the other. I don't care.
Exactly. Neither do I. It's
And
just about fucking... Yeah, it's good that. It's good.
That's the power, man, and I think if more people can... Don't get me wrong, it's difficult because now we live in a world where results are thrown down your throat from everyone shredded on Instagram, whether it's filtered, whether it's lies, whether it's old photos. I post photos sometimes and people are like, you look amazing. I'm like, oh no, sorry, that was an older photo. I'm not posting, I'm posting it literally to make it look clickable. You know, because
also it's kind of can be a motivation to yourself for you to say, I want to get back there, or this is, and also it's your job. Watch yourself.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I still look like my photographs.
Exactly.
But you know, the point of the matter is, it's like when you're looking at something, just take it for what it is. It's a snippet.
And also, people have got to realise it's you versus you. It's yourself
100%.
versus yourself. Like, don't look at anyone else because we've all got different bodies. I have mates that don't train and they're ripped out of the nut. Like they're ripped, but they don't train. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Deals, lad. And then I've got mates that train super hard, but they don't really. The shape doesn't really change too much. You know what I mean? So
one of the things I think about, right, is it's you versus you. I agree with it and I disagree with it. And I think it's like, if you think about it, the Stoic philosophy. Stoic philosophy is control what you can control, right?
Yes.
Whatever you can't control, let go of.
Yes.
Don't stress about it. So it's not you versus you, because how many strikers wanted to play in the Premier League?
Yeah.
When you were trying to make it.
Yeah.
So I think people now, we've become this kind of participation medal society.
Yeah, which I
in a world where it's like, do you know what? No.
Yeah.
It's
You're either a winner
versus
or
you.
a loser type of thing.
Yeah, like only
know
you
what
can
you mean.
control what you do.
Yeah.
You've got to let other people in a little bit and go, do you know what? This guy will take my wife if I fucking stop fulfilling what she wants. This guy will take my place in the squad. Without even thinking about you. You don't give a shit if you can pay for your family.
No, I agree with it.
But
like that.
you then go, right, what do I do with that? I take that into the gym and go, I will be the last motherfucker out the gym. When my lungs are bleeding, I'm going to go again and again, like I said over there, until you fall on your fucking head.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I think, because sometimes, like, you versus you, it's like, last time I checked, there's 1,000 spaces to get on university courses. But only 50 places.
No, I agree with you in that sense as well, to be fair. I can agree with you, because that's like my daughter. She had, what is it when you go and do all the, you run with the parents, what's that called now?
Like sports day.
Sports day. And I remember saying, she was like saying to me, oh yeah, we all get a medal. I said, huh? What do you mean you all get a medal? Either the winner gets a medal and the losers don't get a medal. You have a win or you don't win. It's exactly that. Because life doesn't work like that. That's a cookie cutter. It doesn't work like that. When you go to the real world, it's
a soft generation.
It's a soft generation.
But it's not their fault in essence. They're just, they're doing what they're brought up to do. But in my opinion, I just think that I'm going to teach my kid different.
Yeah, I don't.
Do you know where my kid came from nursery to school? Mate, they wanted to do it. They did a graduation, and he was like, "Have you got your cap and gown?" I was like, "No," because he's not wearing a cap and gown. Because what's he done? Got a day older. And I know people will look at it and think, "Oh, what a dickhead." Personally, I'm not bothered.
No, I don't really.
But it's a fucking loser mindset. It took me 24 years of graft to get my my undergrad and then my graduate degree.
Yeah, because it has to mean something.
Yes, it doesn't mean anything because they're leaving, and it's like,
of course.
Sorry, but I can't be a part of it. Because I always say to people, like, when's the last time you went for a job interview? Or you went for a gig, or you went for a trade, and then someone said to you, do you know what, mate, I know you lost money on that trade, but here's a little bit of money just for trying.
Yeah, of course, I
don't remember, ever being gifted
it doesn't work like that, does it? It's a cutthroat world. It's a cutthroat world.
You've got to prepare people for that.
You do have to prepare people for that. You got to, sometimes, but harsh is, sometimes you learn them. Like I said to you, I've always learned the most from my failures.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the exact same analogy, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Participation medal.
I mean, nah, she said everyone got a medal. I said, what? Everyone got a medal? What do you mean? You either won or you didn't win. She's like, no, everyone got what? I said, no, it don't work like that. doesn't work like that, because then you go through life thinking, oh, I'm always going to get something for doing nothing. I don't think the world works like that, mate. You know what I'm saying?
It's starting to, though, isn't it?
What do you think it is?
That's another story, though.